Hello dear students, in this video of ultrasonic testing we are going to see the important points like why testing of material is essential, what are ultrasonic waves, principle of ultrasonic testing, ultrasonic principle or working using animation, applications of ultrasound testing, advantages and disadvantages. So watch complete video for complete understanding. Before proceeding or before understanding this, just first take a look at these images and these photographs you will observe in news or you might have observed somewhere nearby. So these photographs are of accidents. So you can see this is an accident of an aeroplane or this is an accident of a railway. So you will have a question in your mind why I am showing these photographs. I am showing these photographs to understand the importance of testing of materials. A photograph speaks 1,000 words and that is why I have shown you these photographs. In our day-to-day life, we encounter so many situations, maybe somewhere nearby like this. Or it may be like this, a collapse of a bridge or a catching of fire by a car or blast of a tanker, or you might have seen in maybe in news like this disaster in a particular industry, especially chemical industries are very dangerous or they are at risk, or you might have seen such a collapse of bridge. Now here you can see some accident has happened in this area and you can see a big cloud of smoke is there which is spread all over the city. You can see this particular accident happened here or some disaster has happened here, very big disaster, maybe some chemical factory has blown up. Some accident has happened here and something has caught fire. Now here you will see some petrol pipeline has got fire and it blasted. You can see pipeline and somewhere it is leaked and you will see a very big loss of water. So what I want to say here through these different photographs is that in our day-to-day life we have to use a different equipment, instrument, materials, objects, and all these are working for us, but whether these particular objects are safe or not, how to ensure safety of such objects. So here comes testing. So testing of materials and objects. There are two types of the testing. One is called as a destructive testing and other is called as non-destructive testing. So what is the difference here? In short, we will see here. So destructive testing includes the pressure test, high pressure test in which the material get destroyed, and therefore it is called as a destructive testing. For example, crash test, car test, or tensile test, or bending test. So these are the destructive tests. And what is the non-destructive testing? In non-destructive testing there are different tests. Now what is non-destructive testing basically? So in non-destructive testing we do test material objects in which the material or that object do not get destructed and it will have its usefulness as usual as before the testing, and therefore this particular testing is widely accepted or it is widely used because there is no loss of the material. And this particular testing has different methods like radiography, ultrasonic testing, acoustic emission testing, and so many n number of testings. So here you will see this ultrasonic testing or radiography testing or acoustic emission testing. So out of that we have to just focus here on the ultrasonic testing because our video is only about ultrasonic testing. Now what is ultrasonic testing principle or physics or science behind this? Sound pulse get reflected from interface of two different media and time duration of transmitted and received pulse indicates presence of flaw. Flaw means some defect, some fault in the material, maybe crack, maybe some cavity or maybe some hole in the material, so which is not visible to us that can be identified using this ultrasonic testing. For example, you can see this particular graphics here in this particular sample. So this is a sample or specimen who is to be tested. Visually inspecting from externally, you will not see the cracks inside the material or some cavities inside the material, and that can be detected using ultrasonic testing. Before understanding ultrasonic testing, we have to understand the what exactly are the ultrasonic waves. So whenever something vibrates, some object vibrates, we observe, we hear to the sound. If the frequency of that particular sound is less than 20 hertz, then such a sound is called as a infrasonic sound. And if the frequency of such a sound is from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, then such a sound is called as audible, which is audible to human being. And this particular infrasonic sound example can be given as an earthquake. And last category of the sound having a frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. A sound wave whose frequency is greater than 20 kilohertz is called as a ultrasonic sound. And this ultrasonic sound is having special characteristics. What characteristic? The directionality and energy concentration. Because of the high wavelength, high frequency, the ultrasonic waves are having very small wavelength. Because of smaller wavelength, they are having less diffraction, and because of this less diffraction, they are having high directionality. Therefore, they travel longer distance compared to the normal sound waves. Also, they are having high penetrating power. And the energy concentration means high amount of energy can be concentrated in small region, small area of these ultrasonic waves. So these are the unique properties of ultrasonic waves. Because of that, they are having tremendous applications. One of them is ultrasonic testing. So you can see this is the actual photograph of an ultrasonic testing. So this is a sample, and this particular device that you are seeing here is a transducer. So this is a transducer, and this is a monitor or screen on which you will see the signals, and from which you can detect whether that particular material is having some defect, crack, flaw, etc. or not. How it can be detected, that is what we have to see. We have to understand here using this particular animation. So let us see here. So suppose there is a specimen, and in that specimen there is some flaw or some defect or some cavity, some hole, some crack is there, which is inside, which is not seen externally or by visual inspection, and therefore we have to use this particular ultrasonic testing machine, or this technique we have to use. So how to do this? So for that we need one probe or transducer which is connected to a display device like this. It may be a monitor or it may be CRO, whatever it is. And on this display you will see on x-axis there is a time, on y-axis there is intensity of the ultrasonic sound waves that will be displayed. Now when the transducer is here and when you switch it on, you will find that it will generate ultrasonic waves. Now how ultrasonic waves are generated? So ultrasonic waves are generated using piezoelectric oscillator or piezoelectric crystal. So piezoelectric crystal is used to produce ultrasonic waves, and this piezoelectric crystal can also detect the ultrasonic waves if ultrasonic waves fall on it. So this will generate the ultrasonic waves. That ultrasonic waves will get passed through this material and they will get passed to the end. So like this you can see this pulse is sent and it will get reflected back. Now that sending pulse you will see here on the monitor here with the intensity and with the time variables. Also you will see the second pulse here. So here second pulse has you will observe here, which is having some less intensity and which is arrived again back to this transducer after certain time. So in this way you will see the two pulses or two spikes on the display. So actually you can see this particular thing in this particular photograph also here in this. So you can see this particular spike here and this particular spike. So this indicates that there is no flaw because you are seeing only two spikes or two pulses here, sending pulse and receiving pulse. But if you just move this transducer to the other part, let's say somewhere here where there is some flaw, so what will happen? So partly the signal will get reflected from this particular flaw and partly it will get transmitted. So how it will get transmitted and reflected, you can see this through the animation. So see here, again now you will see this is a sent pulse or emitted pulse. Now see here at the transducer how that particular pulse will get reflected from the flaw. Now here you can see a third pulse is observed here, and this particular pulse you can see at this point, this particular pulse is observed here. This is because of the flaw in the material, and this particular pulse that you are observing here, it is because of the back surface reflection. Okay, so back surface reflection is happening here at this particular surface because there is an interface of the two different media, this specimen and this particular other material. It may be air, it may be liquid, anything. And here remember that this particular technique is mostly used for the metals, plastic or ceramic materials. Then you will see these 3 pulses here instead of 2 pulses. So if you are observing 3 pulses, it means that some flaw is there inside this particular specimen or material. If there is no third pulse, only 2 pulses are there, it means that there is no flaw or fault or crack in this particular region. So if you are observing such a pulse, extra pulse here, it means that the material is defective. You can remove that material, only that object, and you can replace by other material or other object at that place, and hence you can avoid big accidents. So in this way, testing of the materials can be done using ultrasonic pulse or ultrasonic sound waves, which are not visible to us obviously, or which are not audible to us, but these sound waves can be detected, produced and detected by the piezoelectric crystal. Also, not just the detection of the fault or flaw, but also you can find out at what a depth that particular flaw is there by using this simple formula. At the bottom here you can see the depth of that particular flaw from the transducer is equal to Vt by 2. Now what is V? V is the speed of ultrasonic waves in the material specimen, and T is the time required for the pulse to get reflected from that flaw. For example, here in this case, this particular time T will be the time required to travel that particular pulse from transducer to the object, and this particular time is shown here on the display here, and divided by 2. Why we have to divide it by 2? Because that particular pulse is traveling distance twice. This particular distance is traveled by that particular pulse twice. It is going from here to here and again it is coming back. Therefore we have taken here 2. So in this way, using this simple formula, we can find out at what depth that particular flaw is. So these are some screenshots of the actual devices of ultrasonic testing machines. So what is this? So this is ultrasonic transducer in which piezoelectric crystal is used. Next, we have to see the applications of ultrasonic testing. So very popular and useful or widely used application is checking the railway tracks. So railway tracks are regularly checked using ultrasonic testing because ultrasonic testing is reliable, cost effective and portable. That device is portable, and therefore anywhere you can test this particular track, and it is also essential to check these tracks regularly, otherwise big accident may happen. Not just tracks, but you can also check any part of that railway. It may be a wheel or it may be axle, some axle here. You can see here in this photograph, left side downward photograph, this particular man is checking the axle and these wheels using ultrasonic transducer. These wheels or these components are taken to the workshop of railway, and here you can do the test. So you can see the close view at this last photograph here. So this is a transducer. This transducer is inserted in the axle here, and inside that in the any region you can send the ultrasonic pulse and you can check that particular material as we have just seen. Then not just railway, but you can see this is a pipe testing if some pipeline is there, some pipes are installed, so you can measure the diameter, but you cannot measure the thickness, or you cannot say what is the inside that particular pipe is. You can check that. For example, what happens if you are using iron pipelines, okay, iron pipelines, so that iron will catch some rust on it, and because of that the clotting or congestion area will be formed in the pipeline, and because of that choking of that particular region or that pipe will occur, and because of that the fluid or maybe liquid or like water will not pass through it easily and efficiency will decrease. So you can check this particular thing or that particular thickness of that particular choking area using this ultrasonic testing. How it is done? So you can see this transducer and this pipe. Using this you can check whether the thickness is regular or some extra or irregular thickness is there, that you can check using this technique. Then aeroplanes or parts of the aeroplane can also be checked using this ultrasonic testing. Even tanks or this pipeline can be regularly checked for any flaw, any defect, any crack or any failure can be detected. Or tanks containing chemicals or tankers containing different inflammable gases. So these are some applications of ultrasonic testing, and lastly we will see the advantages of ultrasonic testing. So what are the advantages? First advantage of ultrasonic testing is it is highly reliable. It is a low cost because this particular instrument doesn't take much cost. It's not like the radiography or x-ray test which cost lakhs of rupees. In 20-30,000 rupees you will get such an instrument. Easy to operate. There is no need of special training for this. Even in 10 minutes you can learn this particular machine to operate, how to check the thickness or that particular flaw. Then minute defects can also be detected using this technique. Even of the order of 0.1 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter, etc. can be used for specimen of any size, thickness and shape. Then other advantages include very useful only when one side of the sample is accessible. So there are some regions where other side of the material or that object is not accessible, and in that case the ultrasonic test is the only test where we can have the test of that material or that object or specimen from one side only. Location or depth of defect can be located. Not just the detection of the material, that flaw, but also the depth or at what location that particular flaw is located, that also can be obtained from this particular technique. And lastly, no special safety precautions needed. Unlike radiography or x-ray testing, we don't need any special precaution here because ultrasonic waves are 100% safe for us. Even they are having medical applications, like in physiotherapy they are used for treatment and curing. So these are the advantages of ultrasonic testing, and then we will see the limitations or demerits of ultrasonic testing. Ultrasonic testing is not suitable for complex shapes. Now here you can see at the bottom here, left hand side, you can see this particular photograph. This photograph is nothing but the X-ray image of a pipeline, gas pipeline, which is taken using X-ray. So you will see there are different components, different bolts and nuts and bolts are there. So different parts are coming at the same location here. So such a test cannot be done using ultrasonic techniques. Not suited for testing objects that are rough like wood. So here you will see wood which is rough, where ultrasonic testing cannot be used. Or irregular in shape, very small parts like screw. If you are having very tiny screw, you cannot have its test using the ultrasonic testing. Very thin and inhomogeneous objects also cannot be tested using ultrasonic technique. Surface must be clean before use. So every time you do the test, that particular surface must be clean, otherwise you will not get the accurate result. Couplant is required between transducer and specimen. So what is couplant? Couplant is some gel or oil which is to be used every time before the test. Now what is the function of this couplant? This couplant is used to remove the air between the sample and the transducer. Otherwise, if air is there, then you will get the reflections from air surface also, and you will not get the proper result. So for that, every time you have to use this couplant, which may be oil, or which may be some gel, or it may be water you can use. Here in this photograph you will see, in this image you will see this couplant will take place the air. Alright, so this is all about ultrasonic testing. I hope you have liked the video. Video is helpful to you, and you have understood all the concepts. Still, if you are having any question regarding this concept, you can ask in the comment below. Thank you for watching the video.